What is gender discrimination?
Gender discrimination means discrimination based on a person's gender or sex, which more often affects girls and women. Because of gender discrimination, girls and women do not have the same opportunities as boys and men for education, meaningful careers, political influence, and economic advancement.
Gender discrimination results in giving more preference to men as against women when it comes to job recruitment, promotions, and wage levels.
Here are some statistics regarding gender discrimination.
Gender discrimination can normally be traced back to the roots of certain segments of society.
In some societies, this practice is long-standing and acceptable to both genders.
Certain religious groups embrace gender discrimination as part of their religious beliefs.
Sections of the society feel that the gender discrimination no more exists, and there are reports which talks about women being high-income earner in family.
Truth, however, is far from this, as many of the reports suggest that the problem is widespread and exists in various forms. Various data points suggest wide disparities, such as wage gap in men and women, and lesser women holding high positions.
Here are some examples of gender discrimination in the workplace.
Women earn a median weekly wage that only 81% of a man's weekly median wage. Percentage of women managers has rising from 35% to only 38% in the last 20 years. As of October 2014, women run only 26 of the Fortune 500 companies.
In 2010, women made up 31.5% of all lawyers, but were only 19.5% of partners in U.S. law firms. Today, in the 114th Congress, women hold 20 Senate seats out of 100 and hold 82 out of 435 House seats. As the position goes up, percentage of women holding higher position goes down, again a sign of gender discrimination when it comes to equal opportunities for top positions.
These are only a few examples of several legal cases proving that gender bias is a real concern.
Department of a multinational organization, you've been a victim of gender discrimination. Please care to explain?
It is quite a paradox that human resource organization is responsible for making policies to prevent gender discrimination in the organization, is perpetrator of such discrimination in my case. My manager has created a hostile work environment. For me, I've been excluded from all important trainings, workshops, important meetings, not involved in projects. He has done a lot of adverse propaganda as well. I have not been given a salary raise for 2 years, and I have not been promoted or offered opportunities for growth, whereas my lesser qualified and experienced colleagues have been given promotions and better pay benefits. In our organization, we advocate gender diversity, promote employment for women, yet we are only 7% of women in the organization.
What effect has it had on you?
This has led to a lot of mental harassment, breakdown of morale, and also extreme loss of confidence. I keep coming to work pretending to be okay, but I know that I'm not that functional. I have never had such a harrowing experience in the organization before, and when you know that your situation has sunk to such a low, you think it's time to move on because you're in pain and you're grieving, and I want to find a place where my spirits could rise and I could be recognized. All I care now about is finding a new job and to see how's the culture, how's the leadership. I just want to work with smart and ethical people who consider me as a person and not as a woman.
So, what is being done to fight against gender discrimination? Most of the industrialized and modern countries have enacted various laws to combat gender discrimination. US law, Title 8 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, is a federal law that protects individuals from discrimination based upon sex. The Age Discrimination in Employment Act protects workers over the age of 40 from being fired or otherwise treated differently on the basis of their age. Various civil rights associations and NGOs are working hard to fight the discrimination based on sex. So, do you guys think it is enough?
So, what more needs to be done? More awareness about the right of equality needs to be spread. Online campaign using social media like Facebook and Twitter should be used towards increasing awareness. Public forums where government agencies, policymakers, and human resource heads are present should be used to raise this issue to get better representation. Corporate policies needs to be more explicit and well circulated amongst the employees. The implementation and addressing mechanism needs real strengthening. And most importantly, speak up and stop discrimination.